Thanks for joining me on the 249 Marathon Project Week 11 Training Sessions video. In this video, I'll go through all of next week's training sessions as I aim to break 250 in Valencia for the 2024 marathon. And if you stick around to the end for a few minutes with the coach, I'll discuss the importance of having flexibility in the training program. So it's very difficult to get through a 16-week block without illness or injury. And it's so important to be flexible and to be able to make adjustments as we go. Before I get into all of that, if you enjoy this content, can I please ask you to hit that subscribe button? It doesn't cost you anything. You will not get spammed with emails. It's just a way that you can help me a tiny wee bit by putting the 249 Marathon Project in front of more people, holding me more accountable, and hopefully making it just that little bit more achievable for me. Straight into the sessions. Monday is a non-running day. I will do my body weight exercise in the morning, and I will probably go for a walk to try to get my 10,000 steps in. Other than that, it's pretty much a rest day. Tuesday is an 11-mile or 18K easy effort run. Pretty straightforward, nothing to worry about. Sets me up nicely for my Wednesday session. Wednesday is a 10-miler or 16K progression run. I'm going to execute this as a 16K progression. It's more difficult than progressing 10 times. I'll have to do it 16 times and over a shorter period of time. So this is going to be even more challenging because I'll have to be more focused on my perceived effort. I'll have to run tactically, and it just needs to be, I'll need to be much more mindful than, say, I would for a 10-miler. I know they're the same distance, but I'm looking to progress 6 additional times over a shorter period of time each time. I just love a progression run. I think that there's so many benefits, and yeah, I talk about it every time I have a progression run, but they are just so useful. Thursday is a 13-miler or 21K easy effort run, getting the volume into the week. And that leads me into Friday. Friday is a 7-mile tempo run or 11K. This will be executed as 2K easy, 7K hard, 2K easy. The objective is to do those 7K in the middle at a 640 or a 409 per K pace. Saturday is actually a rest day, so I will probably go for a walk. There's no body weight exercise on a weekend, so it's pretty low intensity altogether. I'll get my 10,000 steps in if I can, and otherwise it's a rest day. Sunday is the third tough session of the week. It is 10 miles easy or 16K, and that's followed by 10 miles at a sub 7-minute mile or 16K at a sub 409 pace per kilometer. These are going to be the bread and butter of the program for the rest of the way forward, for the most part. This will be the norm for a Sunday run going forward, this type of split. Thanks for sticking around for a few minutes with the coach. Today, I want to talk about the importance of having flexibility with a 16-week training block. Okay, very seldom do we get through a full 16 weeks without illness or injury. And it means we need to be really well in tune with our body and how we're feeling and make sure that we do the right things as we go. So far, as you've seen, if you've been following along, I've had to have a forced cutback week, additional rest days, just to try to get myself back from the fatigue I was experiencing. So I adjusted. I think I've got through that. I don't know exactly what the cause of it was, but nonetheless, I seem to have gotten through that and back on track a bit. But in order to get through it, I had to cut back my volume. I've had to take additional rest days. I've had to adjust my target paces on my harder sessions. There's a lot of things that I've had to do. It's been a number of years since I've experienced a loss of time due to illness or injury within a training block. I've been very, very fortunate. This particular block is not one of those fortunate ones, and it's been a struggle. But here's another important thing about being flexible. I'm able to be flexible. I'm able to change things up and do the best I can given the current circumstances. So I'm giving myself the best opportunity, whatever happens week by week, right? So if I was taking a plan off the internet and I had this, that, and the other thing, and I missed a few days, a lot of people would try to fit those missed sessions in, or they may just change their ultimate goal altogether. They may just say, I've missed too much, that's it, I'm not going to do this. Flexibility, it's just very important to be flexible. I have trained and I will continue to train for a 2:49 finish in Valencia. I will do that, and come the end of week 15, I will start putting together my race plans. And depending on where exactly I am at that point, if I need to adjust at that point, I will. But until then, this is a 2:49 project, and I will be aiming to break 2:50 in Valencia. I don't know. I'm going to stay positive and shoot for it. I have no doubt in my mind that I can do it. It's just a matter of executing now and making it happen. So far, those are the things that I've had to adjust. I've had to adjust volume. I've had to adjust pace. I've had to adjust weeks. I've moved weeks around. I mentioned last week that I really like to do a 50K in my training block, and usually in week 12. That's not going to happen this year. I was going through my plan and I just can't fit that in. So it is what it is. Would I have liked to have done it? Yes, I would have liked to have done it. Would the rest of you people out there agree with me doing that? Probably not, right? But that is one of those sessions that I love for mental toughness. I love it for the endurance it builds, for the adaptation as far as fueling and the ability to practice my fueling over a longer period. For me, it's just one of those things that I really enjoy doing. It's not going to happen. That's the flexibility that I needed to get through to this point in the plan and going forward. So that said, I'm being as flexible as I can possibly be. I'm adjusting as I go, and I'm giving myself the best opportunity to hit my target come race day. That's a few minutes with the coach. Thanks for sticking around. All I can say now is I wish you a great week of running, and I will see you on Monday.